Hey guys, this is Coach Xavier Garcia here talking to you about 600-meter race strategy at the Reggie Lewis Center. If you know, the Reggie Lewis Center is a 200-meter track. It's a banked track. The banks are pretty nice at Reggie. It's a world-class facility. You know, it's used for professional racing all the way through high school racing. The 600 meters starts you at the regular start and stop line, which is right up against, you know, the bleachers here. The 600-meter start can be one of two ways. I've seen it done if it's a really big field of runners. They'll start the people at the start line and then they'll have some in the barrel. If you're in the barrel, then the way that the 600 works is you're going to be coming across all the way into the back corner, and the cones are going to be placed on this back corner, which is right behind you at that last 50-meter mark before you enter into into your second lap. This is the cut-in zone. Now, the 600 is a crazy race because it's short enough that you consider this a sprint, but long enough that you know, you need to be tough to consider it a sprint. It's not quite the 800, it's not quite the 1000, and so it falls in between this place where it's just a ridiculously fast mid-distance race. I still call it a sprint. The 600, as you start and you come around that first lap, you want to run that lap nice and hard. Now, if you're trying to break that 1 minute 30-second goal, you want to be in that 26 to 27 second range. Again, if you're trying to get, you know, that from a 124 to a 130, that depends on how your body breaks down, you know, how much conditioning you've done, what the lactic acid buildup is like in your body and in your legs, and how your ability to repair as you run in the ATP process works in your body. So it goes individual to individual. That's why we do a lot of strength endurance work throughout the beginning of the season. But that first lap is key. That first lap is crucial. You want to be coming out at about anywhere between a 26, again for those of you that have that great strength endurance, to 28. Then that second lap, as you're coming through, you want to settle in at this point. Between here and here, you get an opportunity to just kind of coast and settle, maintaining the same turnover rate, but not really putting in extra effort. You're not going 110 effort, but you are maintaining a turnover rate. So you're not trying to accelerate and pull ahead. It's just maintain. And that's this area here. That's this area here. You kind of settle for a little bit. As soon as you start to go into this turn, at the peak of the turn, as you start to come back down, you really want to start your acceleration process. A lot of people like to start their kick here, others start their kick here on that last lap. We like to start it here before you even come into that last lap, so that you can use this downhill to build the momentum that you need to work this uphill here. All right, so you're coming around this downhill, again building up acceleration, so that as you come into this stretch before your last lap, you're hitting what's left of your full speed at this point here. Working this turn, really working this turn, coming downhill, and at this point around here, you're gonna feel it. Again, just like the 300, this is that infamous wall area. This is where you're thinking about those three very important elements: relax, control, and form. Relax, control, and form. At this point here, really what's going to carry you through to finish this race is your relaxation, your control, and your form. The entire time you want to be thinking, stay relaxed. Jaw drop, jaw bouncing, relax, control your breathing, all right, as long as you possibly can throughout the duration of the race. For as long as you can, you want to be going nice, controlled breaths in the nose, out the mouth, really timing it to your rhythm, to your speed, your rhythm. And so you're going, that's just one example of breathing technique and breathing rhythm. It depends on the runner, taller runner versus a shorter runner, you know, stride rate, all of that kind of goes into account. We can work on that on an individual basis, but you need to find your breathing technique and maintain that in the nose, out the mouth for as long as you can before you start to get exasperated and just frantic. Remember, once you feel that you're doing that, your shoulders are starting to climb up and you're kind of tightening up, think relax, 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 because that's really what's going to bring you through at breaking that 130, anywhere between that 124 and that 130 pace, depending again where you're breaking your individual 200s. So if you're going consecutive 26s, you're going to be running an amazing time. Obviously, you know that. But obviously, most likely what will happen is that you'll open up at a 26, 27. Your next lap, you'll be coming in at a 28 to between a 30. And then that last lap, you really got to work hard to cut in, break that 30-second 200 mark between a 30 and a 32 is ultimately what will happen. So there you have it, your plan for breaking a 130 in the 600.